in Kansas, but backwards, it's like Sasnatch, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, he thinks he's so cool because he has 5,000 live, and I'm like, look, dude, I've been doing this for 5 years. I know how to live.
This guy here?
I don't have the right to bodily autonomy to deny a hug.
Oh,
You're the trucker's convoy. Hochstetter, right?
yes.
Hey, my name is Travis Bergeron. We're with the Zelle Police Department.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Defender of Ants, you know what? You need to go on, man. Just get out of my channel right now. You are a freaking joke. I mean, seriously, dude. Running out of here, people are shooting.
Defender of ants.
Of ants.
Yeah. A-N-T.
Oh, okay. Then you mean the ants are
No, not,
found,
yeah,
so
no ants.
Make sure I wasn't stepping on it.
No.
So y'all just have to stay away from Defender of Ants. He is trouble, and he will bring y'all down.
Oh yeah, Defender of Ants. Not quite sure what to think of that guy. He walks around pretending like he's, defending democracy. And doing whatever. And all he's trying to do is try to get my feet, trying to shove a camera in my face and do a hit speech.
Asking you leading questions, trying to get you in a gotcha situation.
Perhaps you're not being very peaceful, but
No, I'm just asking you a question.
I didn't appreciate that at all. So.
Did you go to the 10-4 rally in DC? You didn't go to the 10-4 rally?
It's right there. Isn't that one of the live streamers from the convoy? It's not anything, but it's like, okay, now these guys, Sasnatch is somehow involved with, which makes sense that he would be at something important like this. And this is just a convoy that they ran about a year or two ago. And I just thought that was interesting that he was there. So I would make an assumption. Now, this is just an assumption that he knows about the U.S. Transportation Alliance.
Mr. Defender of Ants, adjust your methods.
Take a look at my fucking stories.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Get going.
Related to the use of Canadian military aircraft during the Freedom Convoy flying over Ottawa. Question period. The opposition has a right to ask questions of the Prime Minister. We asked the question of it. He responded, of course, as he's always doing now, that the opposition is engaging in misinformation and disinformation. We were just asking a question on what was in a newspaper article. After my colleague Carrie Lynn Finley sat down, the Prime Minister used an unparliamentary term. He dropped an F-bomb.
What is the nature of your thoughts, gentlemen, when you say you move your lips in a particular way? Okay!
Are Canadian truckers heroes or terrorists?
I think they're heroes.
They're heroes.
I mean, they're heroes.
And
the person who's a terrorist is Justin Trudeau.
Okay.
They are heroes.
They're heroes.
They are opened our eyes up to the world. That's how I feel about it.
I'm feeling something.
That's the first violent.
And then, wait. And then it's supposed to spike, right?
Yeah.
We're thinking like the second week it's gonna spike, like the data. Follow the sign, right?
Hashtag science. Hashtag science.
Yeah, what do we do next?
So then, if you're still feeling symptoms and you really want liberation, you start shaking and saying things like USA, or like the Constitution, you're very ill. We're here to help you. So,
Hail Fauci.
go inside.
What does that say? I now see why you left the convoy. Bad actors. It was quite a joke, really. Totally uncalled for. All right, I'm not even gonna go down that road right now.
Yeah, we just stood there and making TikToks and dancing around in the fucking middle of the interstate, man. Hey, this is why they stopped us this morning and said, look, you are going to fucking jail if you go out there and act stupid today. You gotta trust me. You gotta make me trust you. You ain't gonna do that. That's why we stayed single file and behave ourselves. Because of this video right here, it's viral as fuck all over the internet. That's this little truck. Look what we did on the way here from Nashville. The traffic's backed up like 35 miles over there in Tennessee, man. Look, we stopped. We gonna do it again. We're gonna rob these motherfuckers before it's
being able to, do as you please. It's not that I don't believe in law, but that limited government is good.
And Mike, Mike, Brian, and Marcus were all members of the U.S. Transportation Alliance. What do you think about that? You don't know anything? Well, you did an interview with Mike where he talked about it. Yeah.
I just saw on here somebody said Stanza fed. You know, I'm like, you know, and then there was another one I can't remember. It was just like, you got to be kidding me.
That's okay. Someone posted somewhere the other day that me and Brian and Marcus are doing this, but we're in cahoots with the government because of the trucking organization we had that we used to meet with the FMCSA. And I was like, well, apparently they didn't look into it too much because my company's been audited by the FMCSA for basically telling them to F off. So, you know, I don't think that's the case. Yeah. But it is funny how some people see things like that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm just reading some of these.
Well, we tortured our planet, blocked out the sun, built so many roads, ain't nowhere to run. The earth will be fine long after we go. They keep saying they care, but it's all just a show. Oh, children, it's time to wake up before the angels start to walk off the job. And never no reason to be unkind. Eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
What's up, everybody? So check it out. We just got done second time in Tom Peterson's office. Just had a great sit down with someone in there. We're not going to mention this time, but she was really great to work with. A lot of positive information came out of today. We got really big news that we're going to announce here in a little bit. Like, by the end of the day, you're going to know something big. And we knew this yesterday, but
shit that I'm not even doing. Okay, so they're trying to accuse Mike and Brian and Marcus of a bunch of shit that I have no idea. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't.
That it was kind of sold as it was like an organic movement. And the reality was that Marcus, Brian, and Mike were all members of the U.S. Transportation Alliance and worked together with the Federal Motor Safety Carrier Association. You don't know anything about that?
Brian Brazzi, Director of Public Affairs, and Marcus Summers, Director of Safety and Training. Collectively together, we've started the United States Transportation Alliance, built by truckers for truckers.
Listen, a lot of details are going to come up. Stay tuned.
Come up and do an interview. Don't sit there and try to get me on. Aha, I got you.
Oh, yeah, no, I got you already. I got you.
You know, wanted to know, he asked me a question. What do you think about the convoy spending over $500,000 on personal security?
What do you think of the convoy spending $500,000 on security? You don't know anything about that?
You know, so where he gets that number, I'm not sure. You know, how does he know that much money was spent on security? You know, have they made that public knowledge? I have no idea. But he said they're trying to get me. Aha! I got you.
Oh yeah, no, I got you already. I got you.
I don't think that because I don't know that. I have no idea how much they spent on personal security. I have no clue. I have a hard time believing it would be $500,000 though, because there was only a handful of guys there.
And I see a little group of big fancy Prevost buses where all the big organizers are staying in their $1 million buses, and then I see a bunch of tents in the back where, you know, all the poor people are staying.
When I don't have anything to get, you know, so yeah, I didn't appreciate that at all. So just know this, Mr. Ant. Next time I see you, I ain't talking to you. Walk away, turn around, go the other way.
And peacefully protest. And I was in Minneapolis when it burnt down, and that was like the Black Lives Matter. She didn't like my question.
No masks, no nothing, you know? We love you, though. We really want you to just stand up for the people, stand up for the Constitution. We have a right to bear arms. We have a right to a jury trial. We have all this, and we need you guys to be on our team. You know, we love you though. I don't come in hate. I come in love. I want the best for you. I really do. You know, you guys.
Oh, I know that ABC is a terrorist organization. They're terrorists. Oh yeah, you're the one coming up on me, buddy. Yeah. Run and hide. Yeah. Do you think you should maybe ask questions about it? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Freedom to me is being able to do anything that I want as long as it is right and just. I like your quote over there, one has a moral responsibility to disobey unjust laws. And
well, you think you could tell maybe some of your subscribers about the U.S. Transportation Alliance?
Yes, what channel are you?
I'm the defender of ants. Yeah. Yeah. They feel like we've kind of been hoodwinked by the U.S. Transportation Alliance, right? Like that it wasn't a green movement and that it wasn't as organic as what we thought, you know?
We weren't really at liberty to say. Somehow someone else thought they were at liberty to say. Not really sure. There's some things that go on that it's kind of respectful to stay quiet.
And now I'm letting you know about it. Yeah, no, I know, but you're but you're a big figurehead of the People's Convoy right now. You know that, right? And you're very big, and so I think that the people should know about the U.S. Transportation Alliance, because what's important about the U.S. Transportation Alliance is Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration was the organization that mandated the vets at the border, and that's what the Canadian protest was about. You know that, right?
Didn't seem like the guys in charge of this would be in favor of that.
Yeah, so that. That's where like my concern is that the U.S. Transportation Alliance, because they were like lobbying with that organization, but on their Mike, Brian, and Marcus were all members of the U.S. Transportation Alliance.
Hi, I'm Brian Brozzi, co-organizer of the People's Convoy. I guess we're live streaming this. I've been asked to talk freely and uncensored for a few minutes here about anything that I want to get out there. I don't really know what to get out there. I guess what I would start with is maybe a little history of me. I live in Northwest Ohio. I've been involved in trucking advocacy for about 5 years.
Yes, sir.
You press?
I can tell you're staring at me. What's up?
Yeah, you press?
Yes, I'm Corinne.
Corinne. So I was a part of an organization, helped founded an organization called the United States Transportation Alliance. And funny enough, it was actually with Mike Landis and Marcus Summers, Doug Hasner. There's a couple of folks there that were instrumental in helping get that started and served on the board. I resigned that position 2 years later because I got tired of the politics in D.C. This ain't my first rodeo by any means, it's just the largest.
Are the Canadian truckers terrorists or heroes?
Okay, the Canadian truckers are the most amazing men in the world, but there's also
Before. Yeah, so it's okay, yeah, and so I'm just because I know you're such a figurehead, and I was in Hagerstown. Yeah. I feel like we've kind of been hoodwinked in terms of the grassroots movement of
freedom is freedom to choose what you want to put in your body, freedom of speech, say what you want.
Freedom means the ability to follow our dreams and to have the opportunities to aspire to whatever it is that we want, while also supporting other people and helping them. And
we need to do this for our kids, because our kids should not have to shed blood later on in order to stay out of a social credit system that they don't deserve. Our kids deserve freedom. They deserve freedom of assembly. They deserve freedom of speech. They deserve freedom of education. They deserve freedom of employment. And it is up to us to give it to them. It is up to us to tell Biden, to tell Trudeau, to tell the WEF, keep your effing hands off our kids. It is up to us.
This girl identifies as a Cheeto. Canadian truckers, heroes or terrorists? So,
get some new material.
Oh, I got.
Not being locked up with a bunch of rules and able to do what you want.
Ooh, I love it. Good job. What does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means a lot to me because I know that I'm like in a free country, in a free state, and I can like do what I want and like be happy and stuff and like have rights and like you're just having freedom, like not having the government just like take over you or anything.
Okay. And
like,
when you want to play,
happy, independent individual.
okay. Aspen, what does freedom mean to you?
When you're off of school, do you feel free? What do you do what's the first thing you do when you get out of school for freedom? What do you go to a book? Do you watch TV? Do you run outside? Play on your iPad. Skip? Should I skip? Yep, okay, it's okay. What does freedom mean to you?
I would say like to be free, do what you want, and like, yeah, same thing what they said.
Do what you want, play wherever you want to play with what toys you want to play with. Be free.
So these freedom convoys are symbolic because not only are we fighting against the mandates and the lockdowns, but we're also standing with the January 6th political prisoners.